everyone, welcome to another video. If you are someone who wants to set up a home studio but you really don't know where to start, what to buy and what things are needed, then you come to the right video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you what equipments you need in order to build a home studio, and on top of that I'll be showing you what and all I have and how each of these instruments need to be used. Without any delay, let's get started. Okay, the first and the foremost thing that you will be needing in order to set up a home studio is definitely a laptop or a computer, alright? So that is the heart of your operation. That is the heart of your studio. So I have a MacBook. This is M1 chip, 8GB RAM and 13-inch, and this perfectly serves everything that I need to do. So it's been around a year, I think, since I bought this, and I've had no complaints about it. You definitely need a computer to operate your software, to connect things, and you need a computer that complies to all those features that we'll be doing. Alright, make sure you buy a right one. Doesn't have to be a Mac, it can be a Windows as well, but inquire about it and buy a computer or buy a laptop so that it'll be useful when you are working in your studio. So now you bought your computer and you're thinking, okay, so where do I record? Do I record my voice memos? You need a software. In music terminologies, that software is called Digital Audio Workstations or DAWs, alright? And there are tons of DAWs, like for example, there's Ableton, there's Reaper, there's Pro Tools, Studio One, Logic, and there's so many other DAWs as well, okay? The software that I have is Logic Pro. You would have seen in all my tutorials, I only use Logic Pro and I'm extremely familiar with using that as well. So this is how Logic Pro looks like. This is the project window, and if you need the mixer window, you click X and the mixer window pops up. Alright, I used to work with Ableton, but now I've completely shifted to Logic Pro, and yeah, I really like this DAW. It is very user friendly and it gives me a lot of flexibility, and I prefer Logic. You definitely need a DAW. It doesn't matter which DAW you use, everything serves the same purpose. So just research about all the different DAWs that are available, and whichever you prefer, whichever you find comfortable, keep using that and keep learning that. Alright, so this is the place where you can create tracks, you can layer tracks, you can add synthesizer, drum, you can mix the tracks, you can add plugins, add effects, you can master the tracks, and you can do everything when you have a DAW. Alright, so choose one that is extremely comfortable for you. Now let's think about the next thing that you will be needing. If you're a singer, or if you wanna, sing your vocals or something like that, you definitely need a microphone, right? This is a microphone that I have. This is Scarlett Studio. This is a condenser microphone, and I've been using this for a very long time. I use this to record voiceovers for YouTube videos. I use it to record vocals, to record guitars, pretty much for everything. I've seen producers use two mics to record guitars as well, but right now I just have this one mic, so I use this for pretty much everything, and it does a pretty good job as well. You would definitely want to invest in a mic, so buy a mic. There's condenser mics and there's so many other mics, but for recording, condenser mics generally serve the purpose really well. That is another useful investment that you might have to do. So moving on, now you have the mic. How will you connect it to the laptop? So you connect it using XLR cables. So this is the XLR cable that I have. So this is how one side will look like, and this is the other side. Alright, you just plug it inside the mic. So this is the back of the mic. You just connect it. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, where do you connect this end? Do you have a space in your laptop to connect this? Of course you don't have. So that's when you need the next thing, that is an audio interface. So this is the audio interface that I have. This is the Focusrite Scarlett Solo USB interface. It connects through a USB to the laptop, okay? And you can connect the other side of your microphone to this portion of the interface, alright? Okay, so that's how you do it. So now your mic is connected to the interface, alright? The interface that I have has two options. You have one to connect your microphone, and you have a phantom power. So condenser mics generally need phantom power. This has a 48 volt point over here. So you just click that and you adjust the gain to how much ever level that you need. And you have another input to connect your guitars. So guitar jacks connection come inside this, alright? And you have another knob to control your monitor level. If you're connecting your headphones over here and you want to increase or decrease your headphone levels, that's when you use this knob. If you want to hear whatever you're talking through your mic, then you click direct monitor. So there's a button here called direct monitor. You click that and you adjust. You can hear whatever you're talking through the mic as well inside your earphones. Alright. This interface also is very much needed because if you directly connect a mic to a laptop, the signal strength will be very low. So to boost that signal, you need phantom power, and that's when the signal conversion happens and then you get a bright and healthy signal. Alright, so that's why you need an interface. How will you connect this interface to your computer? So that's when you need USB cables. Alright, this has a C-type connection, so you just connect it over here, and this USB goes inside the laptop. The laptop that I have doesn't have a USB connection port, so what I do, I have a connector over here. Okay, so here you can plug in your USB, and the other end you can directly connect it to your laptop. So that is how the connection is done. Cable goes from your mic to your interface, and you connect the interface with a C-type to your laptop. Alright. Some interfaces have a USB automatically here, I believe, but this one doesn't have, so this is how you do it. Alright. So now your connections are done. Now let's think about how you will hear it. Is it okay if you listen to it through your laptop speakers? Of course not. That's why you need a very good headphones. Okay, so the headphones that I use to mix and master is this one. Okay. This is Shure SRH 440, and this is a very good headphones. Like, you just plug it in directly into the computer and you listen to your tracks and you mix it based on that. I've been having this for a very long time and I've had no complaints regarding this. It's a wonderful headphone. So it's good that you invest in getting a good headphones, because there are a couple of headphones that have their own EQs, have their own effects already added to make the sound look brighter. But while mixing and mastering, you need a raw signal to come out of the headphones, right? That's when you mix it like that. Some effects that has already been added, you don't want that kind of headphones. You need to invest in something specifically for mixing. Alright, so I use this, and this directly you can connect it to the laptop, or if you want to connect it to your interface, you have the small thing over here, right? So this comes along with the interface, this one. You just put it inside this, and then you connect it directly to the interface. Okay, so it's your wish. You can either do it through here or through the computer. Right? I also have another headphones. This is Scarlett Studio. So I got the pack, basically the headphones, the interface, the mic, and the cable. Alright, so this one has a longer cable. I generally use this for recording. The other headphones, the length of it is very less. Okay, so that's when I use this headphones. It's a bit longer and convenient as well for using. If you are a guitarist, you might probably need the instrument jack to connect it to the interface. I don't have an instrument jack because I don't need it that often. But if you are a person who plays a guitar and you want to record guitars frequently, then you might need that jack that connects the guitar to the interface. Alright, so if you want to record virtual instruments, what will happen if you want to record piano? You will just have to play the piano notes either on the laptop keyboard, or you just draw your MIDI notes. Alright, and over time that becomes very annoying and very hectic. So if you want to make that process smoother, then you'll definitely need to invest in a MIDI keyboard. So as you can see at the back, this is a MIDI keyboard that I have. This is M Audio Oxygen 49, and you can directly connect this through a USB. So this is the cable that I use to connect the MIDI controller to my laptop. So one side is a USB and the other side looks like this. Okay, so you connect this to your MIDI controller. It's at the back, the connection. So you do that and you connect this to your laptop. Whatever software instrument you want to assign. For example, if you want to put a particular piano VST, you just put that in the computer and you start playing. Okay, if you want drums, you just put it there. You just add drums and start playing. You'll get drums. So that is the reason why you need a MIDI keyboard. It makes your process so much easier and so much faster as well, rather than opening your editor window and literally drawing notes, adjusting its length, or playing it in the laptop keyboard. It becomes a hectic job, right? So that's why you might consider buying a MIDI keyboard. A couple of other things that might make your process a lot more smoother, a lot more convenient are having a lot of connector cables. Like for example, if you have a couple of more USBs or audio input jacks that have two connector cables cables going out so that you can plug in 2 headphones, or basically having a lot of cables so that if one doesn't work, you don't have to break your head and think about buying another one. You just have another one to replace that is up to you. And another thing, if you have your mic, how will you record? So if you're the only person who's managing everything, then you gotta hit record, you gotta hold your mic like this, and you gotta keep singing. Okay, so we are humans and our hands won't stay at the same position, right? It'll shake a little bit, and that'll be reflected in the recording as well. So if you need the mic to stand in a proper position, what do you need a mic stand, right? So these are some things that you will be needing as you progress in your studio life. Okay, this is the mic stand that I have. This is a normal mic stand. You would have seen this in all of my YouTube videos. So I'll place the mic over here and I'll just rotate it so that it gets fixed, and I can adjust the position. I can increase or decrease its length. And another thing is, you might need a pop filter for your mic. This is the pop filter that I have. So I connect it to the mic stand. So basically it will be this way. If I'm recording now, it will be this way. Okay, the pop filter will stay between me and the mic, alright? And that's how I record. So basically pop filter helps to remove a lot of breath and a lot of harsh sounds, and you will get a relatively cleaner sound while recording itself, okay? Even before you begin to mix, you will have a much more cleaner sound, okay? So that's why you might need a pop filter. Things that you might need at a later stage in your production life, a hard disk definitely, because you cannot continue to save all your projects in your computer. You definitely need a hard disk to save your projects. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have in my studio. My studio is a very small space. Let me show it to you. So that's my desk. Yeah, and that's all. So it's a very small space, but it serves a purpose. And you might be wondering, how do you get all this in a day? No, I didn't get all of these things. In fact, I'm in need of a studio monitor right now, and I need to invest on that. But all these things that I showed you were not bought in just one day, okay? I bought them only when I needed it. Like for example, when I bought the computer, I needed this because the computer that I had previously had a lot of issues and it was extremely slow. That's when I knew I had to buy a new computer. So that's when I bought this one, and then I started using Logic. And then I immediately didn't invest in a mic, okay? So I started using this, and over time, clarity of the recordings through your phone is so worse, okay? So only when I realized that, and when I really needed to invest in mic, I bought mic and the interface, because you definitely need interface. Like you cannot just buy a mic. So I bought that together, and I was literally using the Apple earphones, okay, the normal Apple earphones, for a very long time, until I realized that I'm not gonna be able to make perfect mixes through these earphones. So that's when I needed headphones dedicated for mixing, okay? So that's when I bought that. MIDI controller took a very long time because I didn't want to, just for the sake of convenience, I didn't want to invest on that. If I'm using a lot of virtual instruments, and the moment I realized that I really need a MIDI keyboard so that I can have my things done faster, that's when I decided to buy a MIDI controller. So similarly, everything, the mic stands that I bought. So if you see my YouTube videos, like the videos at the beginning, you will actually see me holding the mic, okay? I'll be holding it and I'll be giving you the tutorials or whatever. But over time, as I kept doing videos, it became very difficult, especially when I had to show you something in the computer and hold this in the other hand. It became really difficult. So that's when I thought, okay, it's time for me to invest in a mic stand, and that's when I bought that. And similarly, I have a phone stand over here, and I've inserted my phone in it. My previous videos, especially my Instagram videos, the videos that I have taken, the phone will be just placed in one corner of the wall. It'll be just, balanced between a wall and another book or something like that. And that's how I took videos, okay? So what I'm trying to tell is that you don't buy everything that you need for your studio in one day, okay? You get your gears when you feel something is necessary, okay? And when you're really in need of something, invest in that particular thing, okay? Don't just order everything today and then be in a mindset like, okay, from tomorrow I'm gonna set my home studio and I'm gonna start working. No, with whatever you have, start making music. And I'm sure, everybody will have a start in some place, okay? With whatever you have, do your best. And when you really have the need to buy something else, or when you really have the need to invest in something because you feel like, okay, that is missing, if that is there, I know I can do this better. If you really get that need, then buy it, okay? So just because somebody else is telling you to buy something, don't buy that, okay? Only when you really understand the need of it, invest in it, okay? Whatever I have, I've been, investing in it for the past, I probably should say 2 years, and I am still in need of a studio monitor, but I have not invested in that one yet. I need to buy one. So yeah, gradually keep investing in your studio, and gradually gradually keep building your studio so that you really understand the need of it and you really understand what and all you can do with those equipments. Alright, so that's what I want to leave with you. So never hesitate to make music with whatever you have, and never get insecure when you see another person having a lot of things in their studio whereas you just have a mic and a computer. It's okay, make music with whatever you have, and I'm sure one day when you look back you'll understand your growth. As usual, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in another video.